The first biggest challenge that we have in terms of foster care is the number of families that we have in this community that are serving as foster parents. We don't have nearly enough compared to the number of children that we have in foster care.
My name is Lynette Cooper, and I am a DFCS foster parent. We have been with DFCS for 41 years, and I love it. I love it.
My name is Robert Bethune. My wife Nicole and I have been foster parents for over 15 years.
I'm Joel Shimpo.
And I'm Jennifer Shimpo, and we are parents of 5 children. We're adoptive and foster parents for Oconee County.
Most of the time they have to be placed outside of their home community and often even outside of the region. And we know that when children are placed far away from their home, it makes it much more difficult for them to be reunified with their birth families. It's incredibly draining both emotionally and economically on our entire system and all of the individuals in it.
As a youth, you definitely don't want to be 3 hours away, and it's difficult as your parents trying to find, visitation or travel, trying to go wherever they are. So the benefit for the youth is I get to stay home. I get to stay familiar with my area, my surrounding, my community, my school.
I was driving all over the state. I had a lot of teenagers on my caseload, and almost none of them were placed in Region 5. If they were placed in Region 5, it was usually with a fictive kin or a relative, but even then that was rare.
We've noticed that there's kids who are placed with foster parents far away from their home, and I think it's really important that Home in 5 is trying to make sure that these kids are placed near the community in which they're from. I know with some teenagers that we've had in our home for kind of short spans, it was really especially important to them that they would stay close to schools that they were connected to and jobs and things like that. And then just for the younger kids that we've fostered more long-term, it's been important for them to be close enough to visits to where that's not an obstacle for reunification with their parents.
Staying close to home in Region 5 is important to me because if I were to be placed somewhere far away from where I lived in Region 5 and somewhere else in Region 5, then it'll be like casting me out into a whole different world that I don't know, which will be very difficult for me.
Newton, Rockdale, Gwinnett, Morgan, and Walton counties. And we have experienced some challenges with the children come from various counties as far as the distance and transportation and courts and the children being able to see their parents on a regular basis.
The type of foster family that we need can be really any kind of family. It can be a family that owns their house or rents their house. It can be a Caucasian family or an African-American family, Hispanic families. It can be 2-parent households or 1-parent households. They can be in traditional marriages or non-traditional marriages. We need families that work full-time and families that stay home. We want families who are, engaged in their communities, and then we have families that sometimes aren't engaged in their communities. We want gay couples, we want lesbian couples, we want couples that are married or not married, we want single parents. We really need any kind of family because the kids that we serve have all kinds of needs and need all kinds of parents.
We have fostered, as of now, 151 kids over 41 years.
There are children in need of a family that can love and offer hope and healing in a moment of crisis in their life. And there are people who have that can offer that to these children who are in need. And one thing that we found is that we are so blessed by these kids that come into our family and our lives. We'll never forget them.
You will love it. Once again, there's no financial profit in it. The
rewards at the end of it all is the love that the kids give to you, and that's the best blessing you can have. So go for it.